On a daily basis, we get asked questions about all of the cricks and creaks and pains and discomforts, lack of range of motion, limitations in our ability to be able to do certain things, the endurance in our neck. Lots of people come to our offices and are inquiring about this, and I wanted to address it today. Guys, I'm Dr. Tim with Optimized Wellness Center, and I want to show you a very helpful exercise that we call the turtle. And the turtle is an exercise that specifically is going to help to create fluidity and motion, range of motion, without limitation pain patterns in our neck. And so for this exercise, much like we've talked about in other exercises before, we need to first be in a neutral posture. So I'm going to quickly recap how to get into a neutral posture to make sure that we're getting in that right position before I even show you the specifics associated with the turtle exercise that's going to help with your neck. So we want to make sure that gravity is coming down through the least amount of surface area, and so we need to get our ears over our shoulders and our shoulders over our hips while we're seated at least. And if you were standing, you would then subsequently want to make sure that your hips are over your knees and your knees are over your ankles. So in this instance, ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips. And so for us to do that, we're going to bring our shoulders forward, up, back, and then drop them in that position. That's going to put our shoulders right over our hips. And then with this exercise, since we are working on the neck, I'm going to leave that alone for now. I'm going to show you the exercise first facing forward and then secondly from the side so that you have a view of this from both directions to make sure you get an understanding of this clearly. So a turtle has a big hard shell and it periodically sticks its head out and it scans its environment and then it pulls its head back in. And then it repeatedly does this again and again and again and again. Now, I don't know about you, but I grew up with a little lake out back and we had turtles in that lake, and so I'm familiar with their head movements. So we're going to do the same kind of thing, and the purpose for this is we want to get each and every vertebra that's stacked on top of each other to be able to essentially create mobilization and fluidity and scour one of the bottom end plate and the top end plate of these two vertebrae right on top of each other and get a little bit of movement there, and similarly with the one right above and below that, we're going to get a little bit of movement here. So let me show you exactly how to do that. So again, we're in that neutral position. I'm going to show you it first facing forward, and then we're going to go from the side. So the turtle is going to maintain this position with his chest, and we're going to take our head and we're going to stick it out to one side, maintaining our shoulders over our hips, sticking it out to one side with our head and our chin jutted way out. We're going to scour across the front horizon. We're going to get all the way to the other side of the horizon there. We're going to pull our chin back and we're going to scour across again with our chin retracted across the horizon and going back out. And so we're going to do this motion here repeatedly 10 times to the left, and then once we have hit 10 of these, we're going to do it again from the opposite direction. So out to the left, all the way jutting our chin out, scouring the horizon, pulling, once we get to the far side, pulling our chin back, crossing the horizon with our chin retracted, and going out again. All the while maintaining this chest posture here. And you may hear some crackles and pops and so forth in your neck and in behind the base of your skull. And that's fine so long as there isn't any acute pain or discomfort associated with it. It's more than likely just some air bubbles that are kind of popping in between there. And we're making sure to be able to move fluids between these surfaces and alleviating the limitation that you might have. Let's repeat the same exercise from the side so that you get a view of that. And I'm only going to do this from one direction just to give you the scope of this, and you can imagine what it would be going from the other direction. So while maintaining this posture here, we've gone forwards, up, back, drop, holding that posture of our shoulders over our hips. And then we're going to stick our chin all the way out to one side, scanning the horizon with our chin all the way out, retracting our chin and scanning back again to that side and coming out and doing it again. And we're going to do 10 of these And once you've gotten to 10 of those, we would go back the other direction in doing this exercise. This is a great way to be able to loosen up your neck, alleviating the limitations, nagging pain patterns people might have. Performing this twice a day, doing 10 repetitions, going one direction and then 10 going the opposite direction would be ideal. And guys, if you like this video and this was helpful, press the like button, share this with some other folks that you think this might be helpful and beneficial for. And if you have any comments, or if you guys have performed a similar kind of exercise or have another suggestion to be able to alleviate those kinds of things in your neck, please comment it down below and we'll make sure to respond to you all. Thanks for checking in, guys. Dr. Tim with Optimized Wellness Center.